What did Christ, or God in the flesh, really look like? Well, Song of Songs number 5 tells us. It is a description of Christ's appearance, covered in God's brilliant glory and the bride. Quote, I have come into my garden, my sister, my bride. I have gathered my myrrh with my spice. I have eaten my honeycomb and my honey. I have drunk my wine and my milk. Christ, the Lion of Judah and Abraham's blessing to the tribe with milk and honey. And when Mary Magdalene saw Christ, she thought he was the gardener. Friends, eat, friends, and drink. Drink your fill of love. Christ is the bread of life. His blood sacrifice provides the waters of life, better than the finest wine. I slept, but my heart was awake. Listen, my beloved is knocking. Quote, Open to me, my sister, my darling, my dove, my flawless one. My head is drenched with dew, my hair with the lights of the night. End quote. Christ's hair is black, but gleams with God's radiance, shimmering like the lights in the night sky. I have taken off my robe, must I put it on again? I have washed my feet, must I soil them again? This is Christ's ascension. He sacrificed himself and was glorified. My beloved thrust his hand through the key opening. My heart began to pound for him. Christ capturing our hearts, sacrificing himself for us, and baptizing us with his Spirit. I arose to welcome my beloved, and my hands dripped with myrrh, my fingers with flowing myrrh on the handles of the door. The bride is expecting Christ, the groom, but he has not yet called for his bride. She has let his Spirit into her heart. I opened for my beloved, but my beloved had left. He was gone. My heart sank at his departure. I looked for him, but did not find him. I called for him, but he did not answer. When Christ left, the bride has been waiting for 2,000 years. The watchmen found me as they made their rounds in the city. They beat me. They bruised me. They took away my cloak, those watchmen of the walls. After Christ left, they abused those who accepted Christ. Daughters of Jerusalem, I charge you, if you find my beloved, what will you tell him? Tell him I am faint with love. Those who find Christ yearn for his love and righteousness. Friends, how is your beloved better than others, most beautiful of women? How is your beloved better than others, that you so charge us? The people asked the bride how Christ is better than all the other religions and gods. She, my beloved, is covered in light and glows like a red flower, outstanding among 10,000. His head is purest gold, his hair is wavy and black as a raven. Christ's glorified body is covered in God's glory, his light, even though Christ had black hair. The light coming from his head makes it appear like white gold. He glows with pink like a red sky evening, like his blood sacrifice. His eyes are like doves by the water streams, washed in milk, mounted like jewels. White doves' eyes are usually surrounded by blue, and their eyes are a brown-reddish hue with gold highlights like hazel. This is like Christ's eyes, which are red like fire. His cheeks are like beds of spice, yielding perfume. His lips are like lilies dripping with myrrh. Christ's physical appearance was a little less plump because he fasted, so his cheeks weren't rounded outwards, more masculine, and his lips delicate with contours like a lily flower. His arms are rounded bars of gold set with brilliant blue. His body is like polished ivory decorated with sapphire. His skin is dark brown, like burnished bronze. Just as many Israelites back then, they weren't white. But after Christ died, he was glorified, so his body glows with God's golden light. His body appears white and blue like the sky. When God descended to meet Moses, his intense heat caused the stone that he walked on, which had copious amounts of aluminum, to turn into brilliant sapphire. Sapphire is made from crystallized aluminum at high heat, and the original tablets were made from that stone. They were sapphire until Moses broke them, and God had Moses remake them on regular stone. His legs are pillars of marble set on bases of pure gold. His appearance is like Lebanon, choice as its cedars. He walks with glory and never stumbles. His angels serviced him so he wouldn't trip on even a stone. He is God in the flesh, thus he is the solid foundation, the cornerstone. And even though he has darker skin, his legs radiated with white light. His mouth is sweetness itself. He is altogether lovely. This is my beloved. This is my friend, daughters of Jerusalem. End quote. Christ told no lies. His word is the truth, and he loves his children, so they can love one another, just as lovers do. He came to Israel and Jerusalem first, then to the Gentile.